everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do something different. I'm about to start a new series called Recipe of the Week. So every week I'm going to try a new recipe. So this could go good and this could go bad. But either way, since I love to cook, bake, and all that, I was like, why not make a series of new recipes I try? So today, we're gonna make Pecan Praline Mini Cheesecakes. All my favorite things, but I don't know why I picked this one for my first one because she look complicated. She got several steps. Hours of waiting time, all that. But it's gonna seem like seconds to y'all, but it's gonna be hours in between for me. So let's get cooking. Okay, so first up is the praline paste. So you're gonna need 1 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of filtered water. I got spring, but we're gonna make it work. 1 teaspoon of light corn syrup and 2 cups of pecans on this, what is this thing called? The little baking cooling sheet. I don't know what it's called. It's non-stick. Yeah. What is it called? Okay, so let's get started making the praline paste. First, you need 2 tablespoons of filtered water. I don't have filter, like I said, but I have spring. You need 1 tablespoon of light corn syrup. Okay. And then you need 1 cup of sugar. Now with this sugar, you're supposed to just stir it until it dissolves, and then you just let it so once it dissolves and then boil, you'll just let it go. So that's the key. Once it starts boiling, we're not going to touch it anymore. Then we're going to let it turn to a golden amber color. As soon as this starts to boil, after it starts boiling, again, we're gonna leave it alone until it turns an amber color. Making sure we're okay, so it's boiling. We're gonna let that boil. And it says you can swirl the pan just to make sure they're all getting crystallized, and wipe down the sides, but do not stir. Okay, that's the key. Do not stir. But you can kind of swirl it a little bit. We want to make this, wait till it turns an amber color. Once it turns that amber color, we're going to pour it right over the pecans. Do not stir, people. I've learned my lesson. Don't stir, turn into a brick. Okay guys, we finally got some color on this sugar. I'm not gonna lie, it took at least 5 minutes. It seemed like forever, but at least 5 minutes for it to even get to this color. So once it gets this rich amber color, which to me, this looks rich amber, you're gonna pour it immediately over the pecans. Oh yeah, that's good. Don't y'all think that's good? Of course, it's gonna be too late. You pour it immediately over the pecans, and then you have to let this sit for 1 hour. So I think that's a good color. What y'all think? Okay, let's pour it right over the pecans. Help it out a little bit because it seemed like I didn't get it everywhere. I did not pour that very well, but anyway. Maybe I should have put it a little closer together, maybe. But again, this is my first time trying this, so yeah, we're gonna have some trial and error here. So now we're gonna let this sit for 1 hour, and I'll be back. To show y'all the pecans again, like I said, I really didn't put it on there evenly, but again, this is my first time, so we'll see how this turns out. Okay, so it has been 1 hour since I have poured the, I guess, corn syrup mixture on top of the pecans. While that was hardening up, I also took out my cream cheese and my 1 egg that I will be using in the cheesecake mixture. So that was the recipe instructions to make sure you have your cream cheese sitting out for an hour, and also your egg as well. So now we're gonna finish up this praline paste. So the first thing you need to do is put it in a Ziploc bag and break it up. So that's what we are about to do. Okay, so I have transferred, it's almost like a brittle, I guess. So you see how it's set up. I transferred it to a Ziploc bag, and it says to get to pounding. I'm probably gonna mute this part because it's probably gonna be loud, people. So I'm just gonna crack it up. Almost seemed like it was coming out. Crack it up. Oh shoot. I cracked a hole in it. But break it up. I just put a hole in it, y'all. Then we're gonna put it inside our food processor to make the paste. So that is what is up next. Cover it up, y'all, or beat it with a meat cleaver or something, because these pieces are sharp. So it instantly almost made a hole in it. So learn from me. Tip number however many there was. So like I said, the next step is to put this inside the food processor. It says to start off on low, then work your way up. I do not have one that has the low and high option, but we're gonna see how it go. I'll put it on chop and then grind, but it's supposed to make like a paste. So that's what we're making. We're making a praline paste. My hands are clean, so I don't cook in the kitchen with nasty hands. So let's see what this does, because this is my first time using this processor. So let's see if this works. Okay, so now let's grind this into a paste. All right, you got paste. You see that? So now it says just transfer this to a bowl and then put it into the fridge, because now we got to move on to our next step, which is the crust and then the cheesecake filling. So this is the consistency. Can you see that? So yeah, we're gonna put this in the fridge and then we're gonna move on to our next step. So here is our paste. Looks kind of gross, but there we go. It kind of looks like peanut butter. Okay, so now we got the paste done. Now we're gonna move on to the crust. And for the crust, you're gonna need 2 tablespoons of melted butter, 11 ounces of vanilla wafers, and 1/4 cup of pecans. So we're gonna put all of this in the food processor again to make our cheesecake crust. So let's go. Okay, so now we're gonna put our vanilla wafers in here. And our 1/4 cup of pecans. And it says drizzle the butter, but I apparently have one that you can drizzle the butter in. So I think what I'm gonna do is pulse it first and then put my melted butter. So my daughter said pour it through the holes, but I'm not doing that. It's tiny little holes in here. Yeah. So here we go. I'm just gonna pour it in there. That's a 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Am I the only one that have problems with food processors? And we're just gonna scrape the sides. It is coming together. I feel like I need more butter. We'll see. I might need to put a little more butter in there. Butter don't help nobody, right? Well, technically it do, but.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Add a little more butter to mine. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna add a little bit more butter to mine because it just wasn't moist enough for me. So I should be able to press this down in the muffin pan. So yeah, add a little more butter. We're good now, y'all. So now I'm gonna stir it up a little bit, then I'm gonna put it in the muffin tins. Okay, so let's put this crust together. So you're gonna need a tablespoon to scoop a tablespoon of the crust mixture into your muffin tin. So I do have a muffin tin right here. I'm gonna line it with my cups and then I'm going to press it down. You have to put in a 350 degree oven for 4 to 5 minutes first. So that's what we're gonna do. And then you gotta let that cool before you pour on the cheesecake mixture. So let's go. I think it said it makes 10. I'm put 10 liners in here. Seem like there's more crust. enough, more than enough crust for 10, but we shall see. Now it's got a plastic cup I'm gonna press it down with. I might can just press it down with the back of this. Oh, can y'all see? Hold on. Let's rearrange a little bit. I could have made 12. I think I'm just gonna do the 12. Just because I got the crust, but I don't know if I'm gonna have enough of the cheesecake mixture, but it's fine. We'll make it work. So I'm gonna do 2 more. Why not? Okay, so now I'm just gonna take it and mash down the crust. Can y'all see? As even as I can get it. And I do have my oven preheating to 350. Like I said, you have to put it in the oven on 350 for 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, y'all, so this is what our crust is looking like. About to pop this in the oven for 45 minutes and I'll be back. Okay guys, so let's move on to making our cheesecake. You're gonna need 8 ounces of cream cheese. You're gonna need 1 tablespoon of vanilla. One teaspoon of vanilla, 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar, and in here I have 2 teaspoons of all-purpose flour and 1/8 of a teaspoon of kosher salt. You will also need 1 egg at room temperature. The cream cheese is at room temperature as well. These have both been sitting out for an hour. My crust is cooling, so while that's cooling, I'm going to whip this up. Like I said, this does not go in a food processor. You will whisk this in after you get your other ingredients together. Okay, so we're gonna put our cream cheese in. It is soft, which is good. So I got my cream cheese in my food processor. To that, we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla, since this is a 1/2 teaspoon. I don't know what I just did with my actual teaspoon. So we need to put 2 of these in here. 1, 2. Then we need 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. 1, 2. And then we need our brown sugar, 1/4 cup. And then we need our flour, 2 teaspoons, and 1/8 teaspoon of kosher salt. Put the rest of mine in there. And then we are going to mix this. See how this goes. Scrape it a little bit, make sure our mixture is good. Smell good. We just want to mix this till this is smooth. Looks pretty smooth to me. Let's mix it one more time. Oh yeah, it's smooth. Scrape the sides. Yes, nice and smooth. Okay, so now we're going to take this out and we're going to put it in our bowl, and we're going to whisk in our egg. Okay, so get this poured into our bowl. All that goodness out. We don't want to, I should have mixed it up first, so kind of gonna break the yolk up first, and then just incorporate the egg. So we don't want to mix it too much. Definitely recommend you whip your egg first before you add it to your cheesecake filling. I think it will just keep it from, the tip said if you do that then it won't sink when you bake it. So just a little tip. Of course I didn't follow the tip. So I think this is smooth enough. I just wanted the egg incorporated. So then we gotta take 1/4 of this mixture and mix it with 3 tablespoons of the paste that we made earlier. So that's our next step. All right, we're gonna put like 1/4 of this batter into here. That's about enough. And then we're gonna combine that. This is what we're gonna use to make the swirl for the cheesecake. So, boom, just a quick little swirl. So now that we got that, let's fill our muffin cups. Okay, so let's get to filling our muffin cups. Here are our crusts. Hopefully you guys can see it, probably not everything, but you're supposed to put 3 tablespoons of the filling in each one. Oh yeah, I can't see. Hold on, I'm just put it back some. It looks like it say not more than, I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons. Because we still gotta add the swirl. So I'm gonna do 2 per cup. Okay, I was only able to make like 9, but I think it's because I may have poured my 1/4 batter amount, might not have been enough. Oh well, might have been too much when I poured some of the batter into the praline paste. So again, it's my first time, but I think it'll be okay still. We're just gonna have more of the praline batter. So what I'm gonna do now, let's mix this up just a little bit. Just gonna take a little bit of this paste, this is a teaspoon, and put it into the cheesecake mixture. And your oven should be preheated to 350 as well. Let me go do that. So now I'm just gonna take it and kind of swirl it. Okay, so we have the paste swirled in there. Now it's about to go in the oven for 15 to 17 minutes on 350. And then you are to crack the oven after that and leave it in the oven for an additional 30 minutes. And then after that, you have to let them cool for 1 hour before we do the last step, which is a white chocolate glaze. You also put a pecan on there and a swirl. I'm gonna add a swirl of caramel to mine, so let's put these in the oven. Okay guys, so now it's on to the last and final step. This has been a process, okay? But we're in the home stretch. So the next step is we need to melt 3 ounces of white chocolate and some of the praline paste. I need to look at the recipe again because I can't remember. And you just melt that in the microwave, and we're gonna use that to top our cheesecakes. Let me show y'all the cheesecakes. Here are the cheesecakes. They look okay for my first time, right? All right, so now let's make a topping. And then here's this. Then we need 3 tablespoons of the praline paste. So that's why I'm gonna put it in here. And it just says heat until the chocolate is starting to melt. So that's what we're about to do. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I literally put it in there for like 30 seconds. So now I'm about to spread this mixture on top of each cheesecake and top it with a pecan and caramel drizzle. All right, so hopefully y'all can see. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and put it on top of the cheesecake. I'm just literally putting like a spoonful of the mixture on each one. Then we have to put this back in the fridge and let it sit, I guess, to the white chocolate harden. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have plenty of this left. Oh, and that praline paste, we had a lot of that left, which the recipe did say that. My cheesecake sunk a little bit, but like I said, for my first time making baked cheesecake, I think I did pretty good. So basically, yeah, just put a dollop on each one. And it says to spread to the corners. So that's what I'm gonna do. My cheesecakes have been cooling on the cooling rack for a minute now. Now, if you want more than this, you definitely have to make double this recipe, because it really doesn't make a lot. And then we're gonna take a pecan and put it on top of each one. Should have got the half pecan instead of the pieces, but still works. Then we're just gonna take a little caramel and do a little drizzle. It's not gonna be perfect. So now we're gonna let these cool off for 1 hour and we're gonna try them. Now the moment y'all been waiting for. Finally. Let me tell y'all, it did take a while to do it, but let's just hope it's worth it. And I want you guys to comment down below. 1, put a heart in the comments if you made it to the end, and 2, put your favorite emoji if you're gonna try this recipe. Okay, so let's try it. So this is what it looks like. So good. Oh my goodness. So good. Like I said, y'all, let me know if y'all try this recipe. Oh, spilling caramel. And let me know if you like it. Enjoy. Talk to y'all next week.